So today I'm going to show you how to make this crochet laptop sleeve. It's honestly a pretty easy project and you can make this in like under 2 hours. I think I made it in an hour or something like that. So the yarn I'm going to be using to make this laptop sleeve is the Bernat sheepy yarn. So it's like this. It's a pretty huge ball. It's 250 grams and you'll have enough to complete the project with one skein. We have it in a bunch of different colors, but I really like this color because I feel like it gives off really aesthetic vibes. Anyways, so this tutorial is going to be a little different than my usual tutorials just because this yarn is so fluffy that you cannot really see the stitches that I make on camera. What I thought I would do is I would just bring you guys on with me while I make my laptop sleeve, and I would tell you verbally every step, and also I'll write it on the screen because I'll show you and you'll understand what I mean. Like whenever I crochet with this, I cannot see the stitches that I make, which is the only downside of this yarn, I feel like, because it's really soft and it's really pretty, but it's really hard to see the stitches that you make. And I guess like it's a plus side also because whenever you make a mistake, you can't really tell because it's so fluffy. So I'm gonna tell you as many details as I can as I go, but it's a really easy pattern, so you shouldn't have too much trouble making this. Anyway, so I'm just gonna get started. So I have my 8mm hook here, and I'm going to start by chaining 16. And this is what the yarn looks like. So start by making a slip knot and chain 16. So this is what my chain looks like, and this is why I'm telling you that I can't really do like a normal tutorial because you cannot see anything. You can't really tell how many chains I made. So this is 16 chains, and if you're using another type of yarn, I'm gonna tell you how to know how much to chain. So this is my computer and this is my chain. So you should make a chain that's as big as your computer and then add 2 extra stitches so your computer isn't like too tight inside of your laptop sleeve. Alright, so now that I have our chains, we're going to skip the first chain and make 14 single crochets. So I'm going to skip my first chain and make 14 single crochets. And I'm going to put a stitch marker on my first stitch and on my last stitch too, to avoid like making extra stitches or doing less stitches. But that's kind of inevitable, like I'm for sure going to mess up somewhere, but it's fine. Okay, so whenever you're done making your 14 single crochets, it should look something like this. And now you should have 1 chain left at the end here, and we're going to increase. We're going to make 3 single crochets in the same chain. So here it's 1, 2, and 3. So now that I'm done increasing, I'm gonna go back and do 13 single crochets. So it's really easier if you count them on your head while you make them, so you know that you made the right amount of stitches, because it's really easy to lose count and mess up your stitch count. So now I'm done making 13 stitches, and here just above the blue stitch marker I have to make another increase. So we're going to make 2 single crochets in the last chain. And I'm going to put a stitch marker there because that's the last stitch of the round. And then to finish off the round, we're going to slip stitch in our first stitch, which is where we put our first stitch marker. So now we're officially done with round 1. And now from now on, we just have to chain 1, make 32 single crochets and slip stitch. And we have to repeat that until we have enough rows to cover up our whole computer. All right, so I'm going to start making all of my rows. I really hope this is clear and I'm not like confusing anyone. This yarn is like so soft. I feel like if you're in class and you're bored and you don't want to listen to your lecture, you know, you just... Alright, so I have completed 2 rows and I made myself a little post-it with the amount of rows that I'm doing. I feel like I could finish this in like an hour, but I'm also filming a TikTok at the same time. It's obviously going to take a lot more time than it should. I am thinking of putting some magnetic buttons just in case. Okay, so here I'm done with round 3. I'm going to write it. Alright, we're done with row 4. So here I'm done with row 5. This is what it's looking like. Here I'm done with row 6. Row 7 is done. It's so cute. Row 8 is done. Here I have 13 rows done. So I've done 17 rows. I think I have to make like 2 more rows because since I want to put some magnetic buttons, I have to make like an extra row to be able to sew them on without it touching the computer, if that makes any sense. So I think technically 18 rows should be fine just for the computer. But so far so good. I think it looks really nice. And I've been crocheting in complete silence for the past I don't know how much time because I'm using my computer to make a TikTok. I don't know if you can see it, but it's like right there. And I don't want to like watch something and then every like 5 minutes close my computer and then like open it up. And I'm using my phone to record, so I was like, you know what, I'm just going to crochet in complete silence, which is nice sometimes. Silence can be really good. Anyway, so here I'm done with row 18, I think, yeah. So I'm gonna go put it on my computer and see how it looks. So this is what it's currently looking like. I don't know if I'm gonna add like 1 or 2 more rows, but yeah, this is what it's looking like so far with 18 rows. Alright, so here I have 19 rows and I'm gonna go again check how it looks. Alright, so this is what it looks like. And I think I have enough space here to put my little buttons. So I think I'm going to leave it like this. The only thing is that it has 19 rows. And I really like even numbers. So I'm like, should I add an extra row just to have an even number? But I shouldn't. Look how cute it looks. I'm done making my 19 rows and I'm gonna stop crocheting there. And to end off the little sleeve, whenever you make your last row, just chain one and pull some yarn. So I'm gonna chain one and pull some yarn, and then I'm gonna cut it. And then you can just weave in this little tail inside of your sleeve. So it's time to take off these stitch markers. I should have filmed on this camera option when I started my video, because this is a lot nicer, I feel like. It's like the cinematic video option on iPhone. It's the first time I'm trying it. Anyway, so this is the sleeve. You can obviously leave it like that, but I feel like it's better with some buttons, just in case the computer decides to like jump out. So I have like these little buttons that I bought on Amazon, and they're pretty strong, honestly. Like, I was really surprised. They're actually really good. So I don't know if I should put like 2 here or just 1 in the middle. I think I'm gonna do 1 just because I'm lazy. So basically these come with like little holes, so I just have to sew them in by hand. Oh, and this is all the yarn that I have left, so I don't think it's enough to make another sleeve. So I should figure something else to do with this, because I don't want it to just lay there. So I'm just gonna lay my sleeve flat and put a stitch marker right in the middle, and then I'm just gonna do the same thing on the other side. Now I'm gonna go ahead and sew it with this little thread. This is the closest color I have to the yarn, so. Okay, so here we have it. I did put, oops, I'm gonna take off my stitch marker. I did put like my little buttons inside, and this is what it looks like. Let me put my computer in. Let's see. And then I can just clip it. Okay, so this is it. I'm so happy with it. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it wasn't too confusing. So yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comment section, and I hope to see you guys on another video. Bye.